It's been an extraordinary year. From our youngest veteran of 25 to our oldest of 107, we are dealing with more veterans now than we ever have done in our history. We're providing support to them in our centres and in their homes, and we're helping them to discover life beyond sight loss.
Congratulations to Blind Veterans UK on your centenary year.
We know that there are a large number of people out there who have served their country and are now sadly visually impaired, and therefore it's important to reach out to them, and I'm very pleased to say that we recruited more people in this year than we ever have done in the past.
A hand reached out to me from Blind Veterans UK, formerly St Dunstan's, and nurtured me back into what I am now, and now standing in front of you.
We had 854 come through the doors, taking us to the greatest number of beneficiaries and blind veterans than we've ever had before. We now are at the 4,000 mark, which is a wonderful achievement.
Happy 100th birthday, Blind Veterans UK.
Some of the highlights in this year, in the centenary year for me, have been us marking our centenary with plaques. We started with Ron Freer, who's 100 himself this year, unveiling our first plaque on the Bayswater Road in London.
Unveiling the plaque today was 99-year-old Ron Freer, who lost his sight in a Japanese prisoner of war camp. Now both deaf and blind, he's been helped by the charity for more than 70 years.
I can't think of a better symbol than these 100 candles to represent the light that Blind Veterans UK brings into the lives of those who have lost or damaged their sight. Many happy returns for your 100th birthday.
A key part of our work is actually visiting the blind veterans and understanding what is going on in their lives and how we can help them. And this is done principally through our welfare assessments. And we conducted over 6,000 welfare assessments in this year, which is the biggest number that we've ever done. Each of those is meaningful because it's personal attention on an individual basis to the veterans, and it's a great opportunity for us to actually make a difference and to help them in their lives on a day-to-day basis.
Happy birthday, guys. Oh, that's nice. Have a good time.
Our garden party at Buckingham Palace, where we had 5,500 people taking tea on the wonderful lawns and in the gardens of the Buckingham Palace, which was a day to remember with glorious weather.
Bright sunshine lit up Buckingham Palace and its grounds for a very special garden party. The event had one aim: to celebrate 100 years of the charity Blind Veterans UK.
She's a lovely lady, a charmer.
What can I say except congratulations to everyone involved with Blind Veterans UK. I wish the charity every success in the future. You'll always have my support.
We offer residential nursing care in Brighton and on a temporary basis up in Llandudno as well. And that's important, particularly for veterans who need support, need nursing care. If they're going to come to us for training and they have those needs as well, or we can look after those needs whilst they have their training, and then they go home much better place to deal with the challenges of life on a day-to-day basis. Also on a respite basis, because where veterans do have nursing care needs, for example, it's nice for them to be able to come and spend some time in our centres, and we can look after those needs, thus giving their supporters some well-earned break.
Happy 100th birthday, Blind Veterans UK, and congratulations. Keep up the great work.
More than 400 blind or visually impaired ex-servicemen and women have attended a special service to mark the centenary of the charity that has supported them and their families. Originally set up to help soldiers who lost their sight during First World War, Blind Veterans UK has since helped thousands of injured during other conflicts. Emma North reports from Westminster Abbey.
From those injured in Iraq and Afghanistan to those almost 100 years old, 500 veterans and their loved ones came to Westminster Abbey, brought together by a common cause.
1,850 people jammed into the Westminster Abbey for the most glorious and meaningful of services. That was a very special moment too.
Blind Veterans UK provides the training, but you provide the courage, the determination, and the spirit to succeed.
What then are we to say about these things? If God is for us, who is against us? He who did not withhold his own son, but gave him up for all of us.
Congratulations, Blind Veterans UK, on 100 years of sterling service.
Sean now wants to give something back to the charity that's helped him since his injury. He's aiming to walk 100 kilometres next year on his new prosthetic implants to raise money for Blind Veterans UK and also to give him a goal for his rehabilitation. He's hoping that his road to recovery will help others.
Fundraising remains absolutely essential for this organisation. We are expensive. We cost a lot of money each day to run. But last year we exceeded any expectations from before. We raised over £20 million of voluntary income, which was an extraordinary achievement. And this year we'll do even better still. We are something of a national treasure, and it's been wonderful seeing the recognition from outside the charity of our 100 years of service with very special messages.
Here is to another 100 years, serving those who have so bravely served us all.
Congratulations, Blind Veterans UK, and a happy birthday. Nobody does it better.
I'm delighted to wish Blind Veterans UK a very happy 100th birthday.
Happy birthday, beloveds. Wonderful Blind Veterans UK. I think you're absolutely fabulous. If this was a glass, I'd be raising it to you, and I'd say, cheers, sweeties.
Happy birthday, Blind Veterans UK, and congratulations on the fantastic work you have done and continue to do so. For all blind veterans, I think you're bloody marvellous.
Clearly, one of the challenges in our rebranding to Blind Veterans UK was making sure that people knew who we were. That's one of the main reasons for doing it. And I'm really happy to report that we've made tremendous progress in that area. Many more people now across the country have heard of Blind Veterans UK, understand who we are and what we do, which is fantastic. And our centenary events this year have been really, really helpful in that regard too.
Today, we're concentrating on Blind Veterans UK, which helps blind veterans lead independent lives.
Celebrating its centenary, the charity helping war veterans who lost their sight during conflicts.
Now, if you're going to throw a party, throw a big one. That's always been my motto, and Blind Veterans UK appears to feel the same. It's their centenary this year.
A fitting way to commemorate 100 years of Blind Veterans UK.
The 100-year-old will also be marking the 100th anniversary of the charity Blind Veterans UK. It has supported Ron for almost 70 years.
Happy 100th birthday to the Blind Veterans charity, and here's to the next 100 years for your fantastic work. Bravo.
I want to wish a very happy 100th birthday to Blind Veterans UK.
It was also 100 years ago that Blind Veterans UK, formerly known as St Dunstan's, was founded, a charity that supports those who've suffered life-changing injuries.
It is a time to remember and a time to mourn as we stand here in recognition of their sacrifice and in support of today's veterans who survived war and conflict.
Happy birthday, Blind Veterans UK.
Volunteers are increasingly important to this charity as we increase the number of blind veterans that we support, and as many of our veterans now are getting increasingly old and are living in their own communities, and we need to be able to support them better where they are rather than necessarily expecting them to come to our centres. So volunteers are important, and I'm really happy to say that we now have more volunteers supporting us than we actually have salaried staff, and that's going to be a trend that will continue. Our volunteers are wonderful, and they perform so much in the way of support for our veterans in so many different ways. And it was wonderful to see that being recognised formally by us being awarded our Investor in Volunteers Award as an organisation. It was a great accolade, a great achievement, reflecting a lot of good work.
Happy 100th birthday, Blind Veterans UK. Congratulations on all the amazing work you do and a fabulous 100 years.
In a nutshell, this charity does, I think, what it has always done, and that is that it transforms lives. It demonstrates to blind veterans that there can be life beyond sight loss, and that no matter what stage in your life you lose your sight, there is hope, and that life can be better and fulfilling. That's what this charity does. It brings a smile back to people's faces, and it gives them hope and optimism, and it brings enjoyment back to their lives, and that's so fulfilling. I'm sitting here today and I couldn't be happier with the way our centenary year has gone. A huge amount of work by a lot of people to properly celebrate the year and to broaden that experience for as many of our veterans and supporters as we possibly can. It's been a fantastic year, and we can now look forward with great confidence and enthusiasm for the challenges that now lie ahead.